So summer sale is on and you want to buy some of the best sci-fi games for the best deals? Well, I got you, and in this video we're going to be covering the best sci-fi game deals of all the genres. The list of these games will have 12 games and they will be from all the different genres. So most likely if you love sci-fi and if you want on a specific genre of the game, you will find it right here. And as always, I'm not going to be wasting your time about talking all the different games that you might actually know a lot about, and here are all the list of the deals and all the list of the games that we're going to be talking right now. And if this is what you want, this is what you'll get right here. We have a base price and you have discounted prices for tier 2 and tier 1 countries. And so if you're here for this and you don't want to hear anything else, well, thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate you stopping by. And for everyone else who wants to know more about these games, we're going to be going through each and every one of them one by one. And by the way, if we have the review of those games, and I think we do have the reviews of the majority of these games, you're gonna see it in the description down below. Or if we don't have the reviews for these games, that means that I'm going to be doing the review in the near future. So without further ado, let's jump to the computer and go through the deals. And the first deal that we're gonna go through is one of my favorite games, and it is Stellaris. And this will cover your, well, kind of like strategy game each in this sci-fi universe. And yep, you are going to get a lot of exceptionally good gameplay from this game. Yes, it's a bit difficult to get into, but it's going to be insanely rewarding experience if you will learn it. It's not as difficult as any other Paradox games, but this is still a bit difficult for some, and you are going to have it for $6.74 for tier 2 countries and $9.99 for tier 1 countries. It is not the deepest discount it ever was, but just because its base price actually increased for some reason. Let's go for US dollar. It's not there, but it's not increased for US dollar, but it's not the deepest discount for some reason, because well, I guess the economic situation of the world, the discounts is not going that deep anymore, and I'm seeing this for a lot of different games. But yeah, it's pretty good deal nonetheless. You are getting the base game though, and you should know this because Stellaris has an extensive library of the DLCs and expansions. So yeah, this is just the base game, and there are some DLCs that are extremely important to get to have a full experience of this game. However, the base game is still great enough if you want to experience the space sci-fi RTS. And I would suggest you, if you haven't played this game, play this right now, the base game, and only after that think about the DLCs and expansions. We do have a review for this game, and in that review we talk also about the DLCs and expansions as well. So if you want to check it out, go and check it out. It will be linked in the description down below. The next one will be Titanfall 2, one of the most probably underrated games in the sci-fi genre, because for some reason EA just abandoned it, even though it was a pretty amazing game with an exceptionally good campaign. Just play this campaign. It's very good campaign and intensely great multiplayer. I loved the multiplayer of Titanfall 1 and I love the multiplayer of Titanfall 2. And for the people saying that this game is actually dying, well, look at the in-game people right now. 5,000 people playing right now. It's an early morning in Europe and very late night in US, so it's the worst time of any. So on the peaks, the numbers are actually much higher. Plus with the community mods and community multiplayer, this game is very far from that. And you can get this game for a low price of $4.79 for the both tier 1 and tier 2 countries. And you cannot go wrong if you even do not consider the multiplayer. If you're just gonna get this game for single player only, this game is worth like twice as much just for the single player only. So it's a must buy game, especially on the sale, so go and get it right now. For the lovers of exploration, yep, you knew that No Man's Sky would be here. No Man's Sky is an exceptionally good game. It's not the best game, it's not an amazing game, it's very good game, but it's getting to the greatness, and I'd love to see where the developers will take it. And yep, I love how far this game have come. You have played this game on the release and you're just interested whether the game has changed or not. Trust me, this is not even the same game. It's like a sequel of a sequel compared to what it was on release. So it's an insanely good game. As for the deal, you're gonna get it for $17.49 for tier 2 countries, and you're going to get this for $29.99 for tier 1 countries. Yes, the game actually is a bit expensive for how old it is, but if you judge that the game is getting all its updates and all its expansions for absolutely free, and there is not a single microtransaction and a single paid content within the game for the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. I think it came in 2016, so it's pretty old now. So you are getting an insanely good value nonetheless. And plus, you're gonna get all the future DLCs and expansions for absolutely free as well. So that makes this game an insanely good value. Plus, because the game is very, very, very large, you're gonna get at least 30 hours of like very intense and well dense gameplay from this. And after that, if you love it, it might continue for really, really, really long time. So it's actually a pretty good deal. Next is Deep Rock Galactic. This is for the people who wanna play some co-op shooter with their friends. And yeah, some people will say, yeah, it's not kind of like a weird sci-fi genre, but it is. It's kind of like a mix, probably a mix of fantasy and sci-fi, but yeah, it's basically about the space dwarf. So why dwarfs cannot be in sci-fi, I don't know, but I don't know, maybe in the future like new race of dwarves will emerge from the humanity or something like that. But yeah, this is basically a co-op shooter where you go into different cave systems, and with the different futuristic weapons you are going to, well, mine and some resources and defend those resources from all the alien bugs that are trying to destroy you and your resources. It's an insanely good game, especially if you're playing with your friends. But judging how many people are playing this right now, you will find someone to play with 100%. And for the price of $478 for tier 2 countries and $989 for tier 1 countries, it's an insanely good deal. Just go and get it. This is 100% worth it. This is the deepest discount it has ever gone, so we can just go and get it. It is the deepest discount it ever had. So if you're going to see the price charts, you can see that it's the deepest discount. So yep, go and get it right now, because you might not get as good a deal as this one for maybe some time. So yep, go and get it. Next is Halo Master Chief Collection. This is probably the only game in this list that we don't have the review of yet, but you know the Halo games. Halo games are incredibly good, and you're getting the whole Master Chief saga, I think, except for the latest games, but you're getting all the classic Halo games, with including their stories and their multiplayers. And even if you forget about the multiplayer, because yeah, some of the games, yeah, they're not a lot of players playing, at least on the Steam, but we got quite a lot of more players playing on Microsoft servers. If you're just gonna judge only based on the campaigns of even on the main trilogy, first, second, and third game, yeah, this game is well worth the price of $739 for tier 2 countries and $15.99 for tier 1 countries. Yes, games are old, but you're getting at least a few amazing Halo games. Well, probably the best Halo games that you can get for an amazingly good price. So yep, this is 100% worth it, just because of the value of the bundle of all the games that you're getting. Next is Outer Wilds, and I'm actually sad to see that not a lot of players are actually playing this one, but just because this game does not have like insanely good replay value, you're just gonna play this game, complete it, have an amazing feeling, have an amazing experience, and then just move on to the next things. But yeah, the Outer Wilds is the thing that you need to experience. I really didn't know what to experience from this game until I played it, and after like 1 hour I had no idea what the hell was happening in this game. But as I continued pushing through, I just felt the genius of this game, and it was insanely good. Man, I loved the experience of this game, and I loved how the story is unfolding right in front of your eyes. More things you do in this game, and it's a beautiful game, especially with the soundtrack. My god, the sound and music in this game is insanely good. And yeah, this is the game that every single one of you and every single gamer should experience. And for the price of $749 for tier 2 countries and $14.99 for tier 1 countries, this is an insanely good value, insanely good experience. Go and get it right now. Next is Space Engineers, for the people who has like builders itch in the sci-fi genre. And yeah, this is basically a Minecraft in space. This is as simple explanation as you can get. You can play it alone, or you can play it with your friends. There is no story, but well, there is actually story. There are some scenarios there here and there you can actually play in this game, but there is no official like campaign or things like that. But yeah, it's a sandbox game where you can just go and enjoy building different things and go and enjoy the environment, or you can even enjoy the creations of other people as well, because with the integration of Steam Workshop, you are gonna get insanely large amount of content you can play with. And for the price of $13.99 for both tier 1 and tier 2 countries, this is actually a very good deal. It's not a deepest deal, because as you can see, the deepest was 49 for tier 2 countries and like 49 for tier 1 countries, but that's because the base price of the game has increased. I don't know why did this happen, but yeah, it just increased, and this is unfortunate reality that we have. And I really doubt that this game will go any deeper discount anytime soon, at least until the next big sale. So yeah, even for this price, this game is an amazing deal. Just know that there is no hand holding. There's simple just Legos and just Minecraft. Just go and build the different stuff and explore this world around you. In the world is not that big of an explorable, but you just explore for the resources and different things. It's an amazing deal if you have a creative itch and buildings and will to build different things. So yeah, this game is pretty great. I love it. Go and get it. Next is Astroneer, and Astroneer is if space engineers kind of like went to the different route of exploration and like more Minecrafty. I guess Astroneer as a middle ground between Minecraft and space engineers. It's an insanely beautiful game, a very zen, very relaxing game where you dropped on different planets and you need to explore and find a way to just, well, find the secrets of those planets and find a way to move between those planets. This is a survival game where you, well, need to survive, but there are technically no enemies except for some plant life, and only enemy that you have is, well, is oxygen. You need to just take care of your oxygen, and this game is very beautiful. It's a bit difficult to understand from the very beginning, just a tiny bit difficult, because it has very unorthodox I can say interface, but it's actually pretty easy to understand when you will get a bit more into the game. And you can get this game for $7.24 for tier 2 countries and $14.99 for tier 1 countries, and it's actually a pretty good deal, and it's the deepest discount that you can get. And yeah, it's been on this deep discount for a while now. If you are in 2022, it has been on a few times there, so you can get this game right now, because I doubt that it will get any deeper discount anytime soon. And yep, go and get this right now. Next is X4 Foundations. Of course, you knew that we knew that we would touch X4, probably one of the best space sims and space sandboxes. Well, at least of the last few years. It's an insanely good value, and if you love space sims and if you like to explore space, I guess, just play whatever you want, whatever role that you want, and just have all the tools that you can have or you could think of in this role, then yep, X4 Foundations is insanely a good game. And you can get this game, base game, for $11.99 for tier 2 countries and for $19.99 for tier 1 countries. This is only the base game. This will be without any expansions. This game had a few expansions as well, but if you have not played this game, I highly suggest you to go get the base game first, because this game is notoriously difficult to get into. But when you will get into, and when you start exploring the world and you see that the world is, well, a bit too small for you and you want to do a bit more, only after that go and get the expansions. The game is insanely good, but it's very difficult to understand. So yep, $11.99 and for $19.99 this game is insanely good value. Go and get it. Next is Dyson Sphere program, and this is for people who want to satisfy their, well, building needs and sci-fi needs, and they don't want to have a combat in their games. Dyson Sphere program is actually a factory building game that allows you to build the different structures and different resource gathering, well, industries on multiple different planets. And your actual goal, kind of like a goal, is to build a functioning Dyson sphere around the star. And you have a multiple star system. You have a lot of different star systems, so you can actually build multiple Dyson spheres. And the scope of this game is insanely large. It's very large and insanely good. And I love this game. I didn't think that I would love this game that much, but I love it. And it's still in early access, and it's getting constant updates. And you can get this game for the $8.39 for tier 2 countries and for $15.99 for tier 1 countries. And this game is, to be fair, it's pretty easy to understand, but it has an insanely large scope, so it will be difficult to completely master because of a lot of different resources that you're getting yourself into eventually. It's not as difficult as you might think at first, but it's getting more and more complex without actually being overwhelming. So yeah, this game is insanely good. go and get it. Next is for our, well, kind of like a tactical strategy or tactical maybe RPG lovers, and it's actually a tactical strategy, turn-based tactical strategy, and it is of course XCOM 2. It's actually a pretty old game, and it was free for a while on Epic Games Store, but if you didn't get it, if you didn't get a chance to get this game for free, you can get this base game for $4.49 for tier 1. You can get this game, you can get the base game for $4.49 for tier 2 countries and $8.99 for tier 1 countries, and this game is simply worth it just for the campaign alone. And with the insanely great mod support, yep, you are gonna get a lot of value from this game. It's not an insanely good campaign, but because of its unpredictability that some people hate, absolutely hate, and some people just love, this game is an insanely good, no, I can say insanely intense time that you can spend in this game. And yep, I simply love it. Go and get it. I played a lot from this game when it came out, and yep, you need to enjoy it if you haven't. Again, this is not a deepest discount, but the deepest discount was like way too deep, like 94% off, and it has been a while since we got that deep discount. So yeah, the right now, whatever discount we have right now is one of the deepest ones. It's usually like from 85 to 95, 94% discount. So yeah, 85% minus 85%, it's as good as getting. Just go get the base game first, and then think about War of the Chosen or other DLCs. And last but not least is Prey. And yep, I actually played the first Prey game, or I could say original Prey game. This was not the first because it doesn't have any connection with this game, and I loved it. And I didn't think that I would like this one because it's a completely different game. It has nothing to do with the first game or original game except for the name, and I didn't know what to expect from this game. But when I played this game, my god, this game is probably one of the best storytellings ever. It's not a 100% amazing game, but the story and the atmosphere of this game is insane and sublime. It's an insanely good game, and for $4.74 for tier 2 countries and $7.49 for tier 1 countries, this is a must-play game. This is one of the best story and atmosphere games that you can get. You don't have an intense replayability, but when you will play this game, except for the several moments in this game, you're gonna have an insanely good time. And we have the review of this game in the description down below. Well, this will be it for the sci-fi games. We have the 12 sci-fi games right now that you can get your toes into and start enjoying the sci-fi goodness. And we also, I think maybe today, maybe tomorrow, we're gonna cover some multiplayer games and completely fully single-player games as well, just to, well, get yourself into, well, both playing with your friends and playing alone playing alone deals. So yeah, we're gonna get there maybe today, maybe tomorrow as well. So we have to submit for today. Thank you for being here with me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See ya.